Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words.
Hi guys, today we're going to try Littlepeople in Auckland Road. This place has been around for about 4 years. They specialize in handmade pasta. They also have assorted desserts and specialty coffee. So let's start. First one, this is their beef ragu, which is usually you have the bolognese one. So this is the beef cooked in tomato sauce. That's what ragu means. And this is with tagliatelle, which is their handmade pasta. As you can see here, the cheese is freshly grated. It's not the powder type. The flavor of the beef is good. It's ground beef, and the sweetness, the savouriness is very well balanced. The tomato is sweet. It tastes a bit more natural because I think they have been stewing it for a while. Next one is the porcini mushroom pasta. Very well seasoned, very mushroomy. Love the mushroom flavor. Nice and slick. I don't know what kind of oil they use, probably olive oil. Rich enough. Very, very comforting and satisfying. This is without truffle oil or truffle or anything of that nature, just pure mushroom. Imagine if there's some shaved truffle inside, I'll pass out. Really, really good. Before that, let's cleanse our palate. I ordered their latte. Today they're using Brazilian bean that has a note of orange, plum, and walnut. I think those notes I mentioned is very subtle in the background. You really have to detect it. Nice and smooth. Quite foamy for me. Other than that, it's fine. You know that it's a good quality coffee. It's not a questionable type of coffee. Next one. This is their Carbonara. Okay, I will use quite a few Italian terms for this. In fact, just now as well. I'm so sorry if I pronounce it wrongly. Traditionally, carbonara consists of very simple ingredients. It has yolk or eggs sometimes, Parmigiano Reggiano, black pepper, and also some restaurants use pancetta, which is a cured pork belly. It's not smoky though, but traditionally they use this thing called guanciale, which is the cured pork cheek. But this place is pork free, so they use smoked duck instead. They have this grated parmesan, which is, I'm so happy. I love seeing grated parmesan. This kind of a pasta, they do the original style, which doesn't have cream, butter. It's very, very light, full of flavor from the parmesan cheese. Love the smoked duck. It adds the smokiness to it. There's also some greeneries inside as well, which I feel like that cuts the richness even further, which I appreciate. This is sourness inside as well, which I'm not sure where they come from, but it helps in cutting the richness even further. This one is their Matcha Latte. Guess where the matcha come from? Neko. I know I sound like a Neko ambassador, which I'm not. Neko, if you hear me, you know what to do. Just kidding, just kidding. I asked for unsweetened. Nice and milky. Again, a bit foamy for me, but it's okay. Not too overpowering. You have that signature. Oh, this is the Yuri Matcha. I don't know what exactly Yuri is, but because Neko they have a lot of this brand Yuri, Kiku and all that. I like it. Quite subtle flavor, not too strong. So yeah. Next one. This is their tiramisu. They call it soul tiramisu. I don't know why. Now, tiramisu consists of 4 ingredients. Usually, it has this savoiardi, ladyfinger sponge cake, mascarpone cheese, cocoa powder, and most importantly, they have espresso. So these are usually the compulsory ingredients that make up tiramisu. This is very soft, light and airy. I think I know why they call it soul, because it's very light. Now tiramisu, usually you have two kinds, the dense type or the custardy type, and then another one is the lightened type, which is more like mousse type. This is definitely on the moussier type, but the flavor of the coffee is very strong. Nicely soaked sponge cake, full of coffee flavor. Tiramisu means pick me up. This does pick me up. The amount of cocoa powder is just nice. I really enjoy this. This is probably one of the good tiramisu I've had in Malaysia. Very well executed. This one is their Matcha Roulade. Also use Neko matcha. Yay! They use charcoal sponge cake. I think if I were to have a restaurant and I serve this thing, I would call it screaming matcha. Not too sweet. Flavor of the matcha is very obvious. They have three forms of matcha. The outside here, I think it's white chocolate with matcha. And then it has nuts inside, which adds extra crunch. Sponge cake is not too thick, I like it. Then it has a matcha mousse and a matcha jelly. I think it's like a matcha latte jelly. Very well executed. I'm not a huge fan of roulade, but this kind of roulade I can make peace with. In fact, it's the kind of roulade that I might crave for time to time. Now verdict, pasta dishes here, it's really good. I know I say that quite a lot on my videos, but if it's good, it's good. It's simple. It's just yes or no. That's it. It's definitely a yes for me. The porcini, I have to say, is my favorite because I love mushroom, and the porcini pasta is really punching me in the face in the forest in the middle of winter. You know that it's a fresh pasta. It's not the normal boiled type of pasta. You cannot expect it al dente like usually you boil that kind of pasta. If you never had a fresh pasta, I would recommend this place for a fresh pasta experience. The ragu is very well done. The sweetness, the savouriness, the beefiness. I love the carbonara because they have to be very resourceful because they are doing pot free. So they use the smoked duck instead. And for them to maintain that original carbonara, which doesn't have cream and butter, but at the same time deliver the same effect, I feel that it's very respectful because you really gotta know what you're doing in order for you to execute this kind of a dish. Tiramisu is one of my favorite easily in KL. I personally like the custardy type, but for a mousse type, it's a win. And this is one of the few sponge cake dessert that I really like. I love the coating on the outside. Easily power approved. I don't think I have any complaints for today's food. If I were to say something, it will be probably the drinks, maybe less foamy. I wouldn't say it's a complaint, it's just a preference. Some people like it foamy, some people like it less foamy, that's it. So yeah, bonus clip. They just brought me this on the house, Yuri Matcha soft serve. They have this soft serve, but every week they have different one. So today they have a Yuri Matcha, which is also for Neko. Not too sweet, very delicate flavor. I wouldn't say it's punch in the face. You see, each matcha has a role to play. I think I get the idea of it. If you had too much of the main, you want something light, go for this.